Hello, this is Anthony. Let's walk and talk. Today we are visiting the historic Cartagena. You can see behind me the walls of Cartagena, or it's a fort. And the reason why this location is such a good location is, for a bit I've been pondering something that I said in another video, and that is something to the similar of those who do not remember their past are doomed to repeat it. And the reason why that is so important is because it shows us that continual karmic loop that we can find ourselves in, personally and as a collective, if we do not become awakened to our conscious being, and do not become awakened to the patterns that we create in life. Why is that important, you say? It's important because when you understand that the concepts of karma, which is the energy that you put out, is returned back to you. You get to choose which energy you put out. You put out an energy of lack. Do you put out an energy of fear? Do you put out an energy of love, unconditional love, and gratitude? You see, those are those two energies, those four energies, 2 and 2, are vastly different than one another. And understanding the difference in them is truly understanding the path. It's understanding how balance is essential. How understanding that higher vibrational energy is a better compass or guide to assist you in your journey to understanding yourself as well as the world. Hopefully, as we go through this area, it doesn't get too loud. You know, one of the things that I've discovered for myself on this journey is this: when you start to understand self better, and you start to understand things like manifestation better, you start to understand why people have used prayer for so long. Prayer is essentially the equivalent of manifestation. It is meant to go to the universe or creator or God with humility and request something, and then through the emotion of what you're requesting, and by releasing it to creator, you essentially are accessing the same power as that of manifestation. However, as I've shared in the past, and I've shared instances of things I've learned, you begin to understand that as you grow in consciousness, your powers of manifestation become very strong. You see, I understand that I am capable of manifesting anything I want in life, literally anything that I desire. And when you come to that realization, you begin to also understand that that power can make life predictable. Why does it make life predictable? Because it creates a sense of control, of knowing where one's going. And when you understand that it creates that, what you also understand is that can make life very boring and predictable. The value of this is not for ego. It's not for the purposes of boasting. However, it is for the purpose of understanding that for me, the journey is strictly to trust the universe. I don't have a desired destination in life at this point. I'm just following path. I'm following the signs. I'm going where I feel like I'm called to go. I'm experiencing life in ways that I feel like I'm meant to experience it. And because of that, there is no end destination. There just is the knowing of life, experiencing a path. Not knowing what the end result's going to be. Not knowing even what the next moment is going to bring. And if I'm truly want to step forward, that is the beauty in the unknown. You see, because we live this linear existence and we live in the infinite now, what you begin to understand is this: the experience in the infinite now has a beginning in one lifetime and an end in one lifetime. Yet, as much as we can debate on whether reincarnation exists or not, it's undeniable at this point that there is something greater going on. There is something greater around us. Some of you might call it God. Some of you might call it universe, source, Jesus. At the end of the day, again, it's undeniable. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's similar in all facets of religion and philosophy. As I spoke before, it's that golden thread of truth that weaves between all things, very clearly indicating that we are one. We are connected. And knowing that this lifetime, this journey, has a beginning, has an end. I think people miss out on the fact that they're trying to get to a destination and they don't enjoy the moment and they don't enjoy the journey. And along the way, they try to give themselves and pat themselves on the back with big reward, yet again, it's ego. It's not required. You don't need that dopamine hit. It is just being aware, just being conscious. It's just experiencing life. Now, again, there's no judgment from myself on how everyone chooses to experience that life. For me, this is just a way to create simplicity in life. You see, every day for me is an adventure. Every day for me is a new experience. And I intend that experience is going to continue for the rest of my life. Now, does that mean I'm going to be on walkabout for the rest of my life? I don't know. I could feel called tomorrow to get on a plane, go back to my home, and live what some might call a normal life. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I will travel the world for the rest of my life. Again, I don't know. And the beauty for me is I don't need to know. I've released that desire and that need to control the outcome. I've released that desire and need to know what the end is. This walkabout finally has allowed me to connect with that. You see, even through my return, I think I felt very much in an energy where I was back and I was connecting and I desired to know what was next, and instead of enjoying the moment, I was pushing towards a destination, understanding that the destination is what makes life feel like it goes so fast. The journey, the beauty of the journey, the accepting, the watching as it unfolds without knowing. It's like the most amazing movie that you've ever watched, and you didn't know what the ending was going to be until you got to the ending. And for me, I love movies, and those are the best movies that I've ever experienced, versus most movies that I watch a quarter of the way through. People who know me and have watched movies with me a quarter of the way through, at the most half the way through, I already have the whole movie figured out, because you see the repeating cycles in the production of these movies. That's why truly unique movies, truly unique creations astound me, because life is, in essence, that truly unique experience. So, what say you? How do you feel about that analogy? Does it fit where you're at on your journey? As always, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I am grateful. Until I talk to you again, peace, love, light. I hope you have the most amazing day.